Hello and good afternoon. I'm Jordan Darvell and I'm the Business Development Manager for the M&J Group. We're the #1 ranked supplier on the roofing framework set up recently by Eastern Procurement, and I'm very pleased to introduce our organisation. The objective of the presentation is to introduce our company and our experience in the industry. I'll run through a brief overview of why to choose the M&J Group on any future roofing works, and finally some case studies of previous works, both in the Eastern region and across the UK. The M&J Group is a family-owned business established back in 1972 and is now third generation owned. From that time, we have grown to become the largest roofing refurbishment contractor in the UK, operating across the country from Scotland to Plymouth, South Wales to Norfolk. During this time, and along with the growth of our coverage, has come the growth of knowledge, expertise and our name in the roofing industry. We currently sit on over 40 plus frameworks across the UK, and to facilitate this work, we have over 100 plus CITB and DBS checked roofing operatives operating on flat and pitch roofing projects each day. In regards to technical knowledge, we currently sit on the NFRC, the National Federation of Roofing Contractors Technical Committee, and have chaired this in the past. With a turnover last year of around £31 million, the Eastern region equated for approximately £12 million of this. This includes work right across the region, from Cambridge all the way across to Kings Lynn. With such a large turnover comes a large team to manage works. Here you can see our organogram, which highlights the size and scale of the organisation. I've briefly touched upon the level of roofing we complete each year, which equates to roughly £155,000 worth of works each day. It is therefore vitally important that the team is large enough to cope with the scale and scope of these works. Our estimating department is a crucial part of our business. Headed up by our estimating director Barry Peary, our team of dedicated surveyors attend site, conduct full measured roof surveys, conduct core samples where necessary, and provide feedback on the condition of roofs. This is then fed into our estimating department to provide detailed quotation for works. For this framework, there will be a dedicated estimator assigned, as well as myself overseeing the delivery of works to ensure an efficient outcome. Once we have secured a project, this will be managed by a team comprising of project manager, mostly office-based, and a contracts manager, largely site-based, alongside a working foreman or site manager, depending on the size, scale and requirements of the job. The contracts team work alongside other members of the team, such as the health and safety director and operations director, program manager and quantity surveyor. Whereas a lot of firms will subcontract a lot of these roles out, we have all services in-house to enable closer control of all of our sites. So why choose the M&J Group? I've split this into 3 defined areas, and firstly is experience. We have a wealth of experience within the industry across all sectors, including education, social housing and NHS trusts, to name a few. We run over 40 plus frameworks and we are the largest roofing refurbishment contractor in the country, and therefore you can be rest assured that any project that we work upon are managed by specialists in the market. Secondly is trusted. This is proven by the level of repeat clients that keep coming back to the M&J Group, not to mention the numerous awards and accreditations we have achieved over the years. The number of projects that we carry out day in, day out results in us being a reliable go-to for many of our clients. We have recently been accredited as an official training provider by the CITB, which shows our level of investment in training, leading the way in training future roofing installers. New and existing operatives are given full access to our training programs at our purpose-built training facilities at our head office. These operatives have to pass extensive tests to ensure they are fully trained and fully safe to commence works on a live site. This is headed up by a head of training and health and safety team to ensure that they are compliant with ever-changing legislation, which keeps us ahead of our competition. Thirdly is innovative. The M&J Group have been at the forefront of reducing risk in our industry by leading advances in new legislative measures, ensuring that fire hazards are recognised at the beginning of a potential project. Safe to Torch is an NFRC-led campaign to ensure that all potential fire hazards have been identified, or, just as importantly, where it cannot be ruled out. These areas are then defaulted to flame-free solutions, creating safe to torch areas only. This initiative was driven by the M&J Group via the NFRC. The M&J Group have taken this further and aim to become completely flame-free within 3 years. We have helped manufacturers develop safe and robust systems that complement this policy, so that quality and guarantees are not jeopardised in pursuit of becoming completely flame-free. Moving on to case studies, and to illustrate the level of roofing completed in the Eastern region, we have a number of examples of works recently undertaken. As mentioned previously, we are on over 40 plus frameworks, with 2 of these being with Cambridge County Council and Cambridge City Council. We assist both councils with flat and pitch roofing projects for local authority owned buildings. In addition, we have recently completed projects in the education sector in the Eastern region at Hartismere Academy and Valley Primary School. Both of these projects comprised of refurbishment of roofs with fire door, lighting and window replacements at Valley Primary. Both projects equated to around £300,000 and both clients were delighted with outcomes. In addition to these projects, we have recently completed a flat roofing project for Chorus Homes in the Eastern region, and as we are first placed on the framework, Norwich City Council are a new client, having selected us via the direct award mechanism, and we look forward to working with them as we move forward. Looking at projects broader than the Eastern region, 2 case studies listed here are for the Penny Bryn Retirement Complex for Bronavon Housing and an NHS site, St George's Hospital. Bronavon, based in Newport, contacted us via an alternative framework regarding a roofing project, and we were happy to assist. A full flat roof refurbishment to a retirement home in Penny Bryn equated to around £200,000 was a huge success, with all residents very pleased after years of mismanagement and a series of leaks. I was fortunate enough to recently attend to present a cheque for £1,737, which was given as a donation from the M&J Group to the retirement complex through the Bronavon Community Sharing Scheme. They were absolutely delighted and had many plans for their money. It was imperative to take into consideration the factors surrounding completing the project at this retirement home. For example, our contracts managers working with the residents to ensure they were happy with deliveries at agreed times made our project the success it was. We are now working with Bronavon on other roofing projects due to this roofing success. Moving to the next example, NHS sites also come with their difficulties. As you can imagine, and especially in today's health climate, it is imperative works are complete without disruption. This is achieved by skilled workmanship, resulted from training, correct management from our dedicated contracts and project managers, and crucially, correct resolutions. In this case, fully flame-free roofing. St George's Hospital is another example of this. This project involved refurbishment of flat roof sections whilst the site stayed operational and fully active. Our project was a huge success, completing to a very tight deadline and relieving the wing of years of many roof leaks. That brings us to the end of my short introduction to the M&J Group, and thank you for your time for listening. I hope that gives you an overview to our business and the level of roofing we can execute for your organisation. If you have any queries, please contact myself or Richard James on these details on the screen now. We'd be more than happy to arrange a meeting to discuss how we can assist with any future project. I wish you all well and look forward to meeting in the near future.